What's up, everybody? This is the Fan Dude 21 back once again. What you see here is a 36-inch Evergo industrial ceiling fan, model E-2. This is a pretty cool little fan here. It uses a cast iron motor. The blades on the fan are aluminum. As far as date goes, it probably dates to sometime around 1980 or 1981, if I were to guess. This fan here had to do a cosmetic and a partial mechanical restoration on it. Got this fan from a fellow fan collector from Florida, and it was pretty obvious that the fan was actually used outside for a certain period of time or in an unclimate controlled area or whatever, because there was quite a bunch of surface rusting and paint peeling off of the motor and everything like that, all the steel parts of the fan. The aluminum blades actually held up pretty good and were in pretty good shape, but I went ahead and repainted those as well. So the fan looks good. The original bearings on the fan were in piss poor condition. I actually ran the fan, put the fan back together, and ran it, and it sounds like the freaking thing was grinding on a freaking piece of stone or something. It was horrible sounding. You can hear it cleaning up on the upstairs part of my house. But actually, literally a day after I put this fan back together, I was out rummaging around in ran some stores up the neighboring town north of me, and happened across a motor, an Evergo motor, to a similar, not a similar style like this fan, but it's a 4-wing 52-inch residential fan that was offered. I actually got a video of one on a channel. It's actually a Miami Carry brand, but there was just a motor only, nothing else was there, so I went ahead and bought it and used some good parts off it to make this fan even better. So, and that motor was never been used, so the bearings on this fan are pretty much brand new, which is a real nice thing. So it runs just as nice as it looks now, which really pleases me. So without further ado, we'll give this thing a demonstration. For purposes of testing, I'm using a 5-speed choke style wall control, which for those who don't know, a choke style means transformer based controls. Basically reducing the voltage to lower the speed you go. And so it started up on speed number 1, which is its lowest speed. This fan would have been marketed with a very similar style of wall control as well, but the wall control has been long since gone. As you see, the fan's very quiet. The bearings have a little bit of storage rash, as I call it, to them, where they've been sitting dormant for years without being used, but that'll quickly wear away. But otherwise, they're very smooth. Like I said, they're brand new. This is speed number 2. Yeah, these industrial style fans here, these are manufactured by Union out of Hong Kong, and of course Union mainly specializes in these industrial style fans here, which they have a pretty high speed motor and very low torque, so the blade pitch is very shallow. Blade pitch is probably around 10 degrees if I were to guess, a very shallow blade pitch. But like I said, this thing probably does 230 or some RPM on high, so that's how it moves the air. Taking speed number 3. Now speed number 3 is already pushing around 200. Once it gets up to speed there. So yeah, that's around 190, 200 RPM there. And that's only halfway through the cycle. Speed number 4. say about 210, 215 RPM right there. And here's high. That's around, like I said, around 230. Not a bad little performer. It was a pretty decent amount of air. It's not as powerful as the Moss Caribbean Breeze variants, though. That actually takes the cake for being one of the most powerful 36-inch industrials I've experienced. But this is a fairly close second. This, like I said, this is still a very decent fan for what it is. I'm going to power it off and let it coast. Now, Union manufactured two different cast iron motors for their fans all throughout the 70s and the 80s. This motor style here, which is a more boxy shaped motor with which the end bell on the bottom comes to a point. That's more most commonly seen. A lot of residential fans also had that same design as well. But Union also manufactured fans with a more rounded bottom shaped motor, like a dome, and they had an indented in sideband. If you ever seen new-tone slimline fans, those Union motors like I'm describing there look just like that. Which those are a little bit harder to find, but they are out there. You know, those brown motors also made their way in some of Evergo's residential models as well. Both 52-inch and 38-inch variety, or 36-inch or whatever varieties. Of course, the fan's non-reversible, so this is all you get. And there you have it, folks. There was the Evergo industrial ceiling fan, model E-2. Manufactured sometime around 1980 or 1981. So, thanks for watching, and I do hope you enjoyed the video. And as always, we'll see you next time.